Azar with you for the second half of this match. Ale, as we see the two teams take to the tunnel, get ready to take the field. What adjustments might we expect to see? Let's start with Barcelona.
Right away, what you have to see from Barcelona is that their possession, not only is it better, but it's quicker. You have to find those little touches into Sergio Busquets, into Frenkie de Jong, into Pedri. Get into the middle, attract that pressure that is, you know, it's going to come from Athletic Club Bilbao. And then once you feel that pressure, then expand the field so that then you can find those spaces where Jordi Alba can get isolated, where Dembele can get isolated, where perhaps you get Lionel Messi isolated. If you're not able to play through the middle and you bypass the middle of midfield for Barcelona, you're bypassing what has been traditionally their strength. It's part of their style, it's part of their DNA, playing with the ball. If you're bypassing that area of the field, I think you're Athletic Club Bilbao, you feel very happy about the fact that you've made it very uncomfortable for Barcelona.
And looks like we will see a change here at the half for Barcelona. Serginho Dest abandons the pitch. Oscar Mingueza, Barcelona Academy product, just 21 years old, who actually played in the semifinal on Wednesday, will replace the American.
And there were some injury concerns for Serginho Dest coming into the match, and this may just be confirmation that, well, not 100% fit, unable to really add something in the attack, unable to get forward and try to create some sort of combination with Dembele. And if he's not right, final is not the sort of time to speculate with what the best version of Serginho Dest would be. And so therefore, Ronald Koeman goes with the substitution of Mingueza, hoping that perhaps it gives him a little something different defensively than what Serginho Dest was doing.
As we get the second half underway, any thoughts on Athletic Club and what Marcelino would like to see changed from a first half where, frankly, his team seemed to execute their game plan to perfection?
If I'm Marcelino, I think this would have been the easiest halftime speech you'd ever give. Is, hey, do more of the same. We're doing exactly the things that we would have set out to do prior to this match. Some of the objectives that we've had. Have we made it uncomfortable for Barcelona? Yes. Are we controlling, even though they have possession of the ball, are we controlling the pace of the game? Yes, we are. Are we the most dangerous team? Well, we have been. All those things added to the fact that the intensity is there, the competition is there, the tackling is there, getting to second balls is there. Athletic Club Bilbao should be very happy with how things have gone so far.
Athletic Club, of course, unique amongst European clubs in that they limit their recruitments. The club's policy being to sign players born in, or at least brought up in, the football world of Basque Country. Ale, it's really kind of crazy that in the modern game, with the globalization you have, that they could limit themselves that way and still compete not just in La Liga, but for trophies. Messi, low-driven ball. Kappa there to steer it away.
And the thing is, given the history of the club, I don't believe that Athletic Club Bilbao looks at it as limiting themselves as much as they look at it as a sense of pride. And that sense of pride of being from Basque Country and representing Basque Country the way that they do.
This tournament, of course, started in 1982, at least in its current makeup. Most of those years it was a two-team event. Winner of the Copa del Rey against the La Liga champion. Last couple seasons, things have changed. Now it's a four-team event, so you get the two Copa del Rey finalists and the top two teams from La Liga. While we had the semifinals midweek. In fact, last year's Copa del Rey finals still hasn't been played. It was supposed to be played last April. It ended up being played this April. Basque Derby between Athletic Club and Real Sociedad.
So there's the potential for Athletic Club Bilbao that they could win 2 trophies in one calendar year. for a team that hasn't won a trophy since 2015 in the Super Cup edition of that year against this very Barcelona club, would make it a huge success. It means the world, I think, for a club like Bilbao to have this opportunity and to have this chance in front of them. There was a sense of ambition and hope and expectation in the press conferences leading to this match, and the enthusiasm and the positive energy that you felt from Athletic Club Bilbao, I think you have seen it in the performance today.
Along with Barcelona, one of the original teams in La Liga. And the league began back in 1929. And really, Ali, they have just such a reputation as a cup team. Garcia for Williams. Offside flag stays down for a moment. Now it comes up. See the hesitation there from Langley.
He doesn't want any part of this matchup, Langley. He knows that he's not going to be able to stay with the speed of Iñaki Williams. We saw that 10 days ago when Barcelona played Athletic Club Bilbao in La Liga. 1v1, Iñaki Williams took him for speed, cut him to the inside, finished the chance, and at that point it was 1-0 Athletic Club Bilbao.
Williams bearing down on the Barcelona defense, cuts it back. Well left, Garcia from distance. Gets under it, sends it well over the bar. Ter Stegen not troubled.
Speculative effort. Cuts across the ball is always drifting towards the right, fading away. No problem for Ter Stegen.
Munain the giveaway, Dembélé. Martinez, thou shalt not pass, shuts down. Dembélé, now we get another chance. Martinez again!
Remember early in the match, Seb, when I told you about Dembélé cutting into the pressure? Good example of that, twice.
Iñaki Williams had a step there on Araujo, but his touch lets him down, and Barcelona gets a break. Williams, a nightmare so far for this Barcelona defense. De Jong. Pass Munain. De Jong. Messi. De Jong. Collision outside the box. Messi down, holding his chest.
And as Messi lays this ball off to Frankie de Jong, Dani Garcia is waiting for him. He leaves that leg hanging there. Leaves a little bit of the chicken wing as well. He knows exactly what he's doing. It is indeed a foul. And if the referee had seen the full picture, it may have been worse for Dani Garcia and Athletic Club Bilbao.
Garcia continues to plead his case. Instead now.
There's no case.
Well, he grabbed his face, Ale. You got to remember, when you grab your face, then you can at least make a case.
Oh, all right. Okay.
You master of the dark art should know that.
Well, yes, but even by my very loose standards, not much that Dani Garcia could make a case for there.
2 in the wall for Athletic Club. What do you think, Ale? Shooting distance?
I think this is going service in swinging, hoping for a touch.
Messi, instead he'll shoot. Wanted the near post and didn't miss it by much.
I have to tell you, Unai Simon didn't know much about this. He may have been anticipating a service as well. Messi maybe read it correctly. If this ball is on target, it's in the back of the net. He's complaining to his wall that they split, and indeed they did. And by splitting, Munain leaves wide open space for Messi to shoot it into. Fortunate for Athletic Club Bilbao.
Parting of the seas there for the defensive wall on the set piece. Fortunately for Athletic Club, it doesn't end in any danger. Messi's shot misfired. Messi on the ball again. Alba to Pedri was down this left side in the first half that Barcelona struck. Pedri and Messi, so much made of their relationship, understanding. Mingueza. Dembele on his left. Cuts it inside. Still on his left. Still cutting inside. Griezmann now. Chip to the back post. Not going to reach Alba. Now the Spaniard to track. Pedri. Busquets.
And while I understand it is a repetitive comment, it's only repetitive because Ousmane Dembele continues to do the same thing. So we have to bring it up. If you're Mikel Balenciaga defensively, put yourself in his position. Would you rather Dembele take you to the outside with speed and get around the corner because he does have that speed, or cut to the help to three guys that are coming from central positions?
Griezmann on his left in the box. Messi there too.
You love that Dembele bails you out by cutting into the help. So there are three guys supporting from the middle defensively. You have the center back, you have the midfield, and you have a tracking midfielder coming from behind. If you're Valenciaga, you say, yeah, go ahead. Cut into that space. I don't have to chase you around. I don't have to go and defend 1v1. I'm not isolated. Now it becomes 3 against 1. Just on simple math, it is not an intelligent decision by Ousmane Dembele. And it does not allow him to exploit his skill set, his ability to get around people. They complain with Unai Simon to the wall, not only of Muniain, but also Vencedor, who may have anticipated the service coming from Lionel Messi, try to block that service, and instead what he did is open up a space for Messi that nearly ended up in a goal.
Athletic Club continuing their high press. Mingueza brings us down under heavy pressure from Muniain, who's won the ball and the foul, and possession for his side.
First issue for Mingueza was allowing this ball to bounce. In allowing it to bounce, now Muniain can close in the space. Second issue for Mingueza was the fact that his first touch was not good. It did not get away from Muniain. Third issue for Mingueza is the fact that he tries to put it over the head of Muniain, doesn't do that, and then fourth issue takes him down for foul and an opportunity here for Athletic Club Bilbao. Other than that, he was great.
Tough spot coming in at the half, replacing Serginho Dest. Young player has been with Barcelona's academy since he was just 8 years old. Thrust into action here with injuries mounting in the Barcelona defense. 56th minute. Muniain drives it to the penalty spot. Well served. Golazo! Raúl Garcia, the snap down header. Athletic Club are ahead, 2-1.
And it could have been Raúl Garcia, it could have been whoever you wanted in the middle. Wide open header from Raúl Garcia, but there were other options for Athletic Club Bilbao. It's a floated ball from Iker Muniain to the back post where you would have expected this ball to go. The defender from Barcelona, my goodness. Maybe he's in an offside position, but he looks as if that maybe Griezmann that is keeping him onside is going to be real tight. Real tight. But if it wasn't Raúl Garcia, it may have been Íñigo Martínez. There were options there for the header. Nothing that Ter Stegen can do. Poor defender from Barcelona. We said it time and time again. Set pieces not a strength for them. And again, Raúl Garcia or Íñigo Martínez, either one of them could have put this in the back of the net, and it is Griezmann that may have kept everybody on side.
And as you see, VAR checking the goal. Raúl Garcia was so wide open, you could hardly believe it. It's natural reaction nowadays to spin around and see if the offside flag has gone up, but
we got to draw some lines, Seb.
Jesus Gil Manzano, the referee in charge.
Get the compass out, the protractor, rules. Maybe he's leaning in an offside position, but it is tight.
Wow. The goal is coming back. Offside whistled against Raúl Garcia. And Athletic Club see their lead wiped out.
Well, Barcelona had so much fun defending that last set piece that we get to do it again.
Alejandro Hernandez, the VAR official.
This didn't look like a foul. Looked like a good challenge from Frankie de Jong. He gets a touch on the ball. May have gotten a little touch on Muniain. I don't think it's a foul. But Gil Manzano does. And once again, Muniain is going to come in with a floated ball to the back post. Let's see if Barcelona is able to defend it better than they did just now.
Just over a half hour to play. Again, if we are tied at the end of 90 minutes, we'll have extra time and then penalties. Muniain. Almost to the exact same spot. Vencedor, the volley. He misfires.
Man.
I mean, what am I looking at? You know, you feel horrible for Athletic Club fans. I mean, they're seeing this and they're saying, what?
He's off. If we're trusting the technology is telling that he's off. Whether it's a millimeter, a centimeter, he's offside. Did he gain an advantage from that position? Well, obviously he did. Now, whether you like the intangible part of the game and the sort of the imperfect nature of what the game used to be, you're a purist of the game, maybe this is not something that you're fully excited about. But if you're a Barcelona fan, you're saying, hey, hey, we love some VAR. Everybody loves VAR until the call goes against you. And everybody hates VAR until the call goes for you.
And the more angles we look at it, there does seem to be some evidence. Mingueza. For Pedri. Finds Jordi Alba. Alba the cross. Denied yet again by Capa. Pedri so smooth.
He's smooth, but he's been quiet today. Really has been played out of the match by the physicality of Athletic Club Bilbao through the midfield. Hasn't really impacted the game much. Hasn't really gotten all that involved in the match, and if that doesn't change, he may be a candidate to come off the field.
Could we have a Ricky Puig sighting in our future?
Perhaps. The game is calling for a little bit more activity in the midfield for Barcelona. Not quite getting that from Pedri just yet, although that was a nice little combination with Lionel Messi.
Jordi Alba again on the ball down the left flank, but again forced to turn back. Messi, Pedri.
I wish at that sort of sequence that Pedri was a little bit more selfish. Once he takes that touch forward, just have a shot on goal. Take a chance yourself. You know Messi's going to attract attention, so therefore that's going to open up space for you. Top of the 18-yard box, really haven't had a look on goal. Maybe you take the opportunity rather than having to pass it off to Lionel Messi.
Big one-on-one win there for Araujo against Iñaki Williams. One of the first times we've seen the Barcelona defense slow down the Athletic Club number 9. De Jong. Mingueza. Open down the right flank. Gets it now. Back to the Dutchman. Messi dropping deeper and deeper. Griezmann now out wide. Pedri double teamed. Loses out. Oscar de Marcos, the goal scorer, providing some defensive cover. Mingueza now with time and space. Griezmann. 3-on-6 for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong. Got a goal in the semifinal. Can he find another one here in the final? Dembele, Mingueza. Mingueza. Cross deflected up into the night sky. Griezmann. De Jong shaking off a foul atop the box. Messi now, 1-on-2. No space for the Barcelona number 10, who keeps retreating and retreating further away from goal.
This last pass in sequence for Barcelona looks more like the earlier in the season version of Barcelona. Yes, you have a lot of possession of the ball, but it's sideways and back. Very slow, very deliberate, and in the end, very easy to defend for Athletic Club Bilbao.
A reminder, the U.S. women's national team returns to action on ESPN2 this coming Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, taking on Colombia from Exploria Stadium in Orlando, Florida. That match will also stream live on the ESPN app. Beautifully brought down by Antoine Griezmann. Pedri trying to push through a pair of Athletic Club defenders to no avail. Munain, Balenciaga. One-on-one, Balenciaga cuts around Mingueza. Frankie de Jong well checked back. Busquets draws the most delicate fouls, Ale. It's really... He never goes down, it's just looks at the ref. So there's an understanding.
Looks kind of like you yesterday in at the Moreno Mental. A little 2v2 action back home.
Yeah, except the refs weren't giving me any of the calls yesterday.
Well, that's right. You come to the Moreno Mental, there are no calls given. Better be ready to play. You don't look so good today physically, though, Seb.
I was hoping we would leave that for the off-camera discussion, but yeah, good little pickup game in the Moreno backyard. Left me hobbling.
Hobbling is better than what you look like right now.
Sloppy pass out of the back from Araujo. Munain now, chance to square up against de Jong. Instead, he'll go wide. Capanalba, one-on-one. Oof. Williams!
Woo.
Put his laces through that.
I think he just rushes this shot. He just sees this ball pop out to him, takes a good first touch forward. Nice little work by Ander Capa. Poor defending again from Jordi Alba. Poor clearance by Ronald Araujo. And Iñaki Williams is thinking, I'm going to score the game winner. Laces through the ball, but he can't quite wrap his foot around it. Never on target. What a chance that was for Williams and Athletic Club Bilbao.
De Jong hacked down, yellow card coming for Danny Garcia.
Danny Garcia. It's amazing. He says, I got the ball. He's pointing at the ball. He's pointing at the ball. Well, the ball is still going in the same direction it was going before the challenge. So if you got the ball, how is that possible? Well, it isn't. He got a hold of de Jong. It's a good call by the referee. And worthy of a yellow card.
1-1 right now. Athletic Club had a goal disallowed thanks to VAR. It's about 10 minutes ago. Would have put them up 2-1. Instead, we're even. 20-plus minutes to play. 37th edition of the Spanish Super Cup. Barcelona looking for a 14th title. Athletic Club Bilbao looking for a 3rd.
And while this isn't an excuse, it's merely an observation, and it's just obvious analysis of the game, it is clear to me that Lionel Messi is not 100%, or nowhere near 100%. His level of activity is not very high. He's not really getting involved in the game all that much. He's sort of picking his moments where maybe he can explode into spaces, but you really haven't seen him run at anybody or create separation from anybody. Everything has been to feed. Everything has been simple, slow, Not a whole lot of dynamic movement from Lionel Messi.
He's on it now. Busquets. Cross midfield for Mingueza. Barcelona Academy product cuts in to another Academy product, Lionel Messi. Dembélé tried to get through. Martinez and Alvarez combining there. Yeray Alvarez didn't start the semifinal, gets the start tonight. Dembélé. Again to the inside. Messi on his left. Jordi Alba. Griezmann. Shot blocked, desperate, but critical defending from Athletic Club. Jordi Alba keeps it in. Barcelona still a threat. Griezmann for Mingueza. Barcelona switching the points of attack. Dembélé finally one-on-one. Valenciaga uses his body well and draws the foul.
The one time that Dembélé tries to go on the outside of Valenciaga, his touch wasn't the best, not enough for him to use his speed and be able to get past Valenciaga, which allows Valenciaga to use the angle, use his body, good defending. Foul on Dembélé. Opportunity gone for Barcelona.
Griezmann all the way back for Alba. Ball ends up at the feet of Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, the MVP, no doubt, in the semifinal. As you mentioned, Alan, not just for the penalty shootout. Second half, extra time. Barcelona may well not have made it this far if not for Ter Stegen.
The save on the free kick by Januzaj was next level. World class. If you're watching the game live, you may have thought, well, it just hit off the post and out. No. That ball was going in, and Ter Stegen just gets the slightest touch on it. Full stretch. Not quite sure how many goalkeepers in the world get to that ball, but Ter Stegen did. And because of it, Barcelona are here in this final.
Barcelona looking for that first trophy since the spring of 2019. Incredible to think a club of this stature has gone that long without some type of hardware. Messi the through ball. Oh, well read. Yeray, the interception, springs Athletic Club on the counter. Iñaki Williams, always dangerous. Too many numbers back for Barcelona. Longley and Busquets combining. De Jong across midfield. Mingueza the overlap. Dutchman pulls it back to the middle in Griezmann. Messi for De Jong. Valenciaga there. Did he get a touch? No, says the referee. Throw-in coming up for Athletic Club.
Really the first time that we have seen Frenkie de Jong appear late in the 18-yard box. In the game that they played about 10 days ago or so in La Liga, the first goal that ended up being scored by Pedri, the first Barcelona goal I should say, comes from a ball over the top by Lionel Messi. Now Frenkie de Jong runs out of the midfield. Messi picks out that run. De Jong cuts it back to Pedri, and Pedri finishes up with a header. This is the first time that we have seen today in the game De Jong actually being a presence in the 18-yard box coming from the midfield. That gives variety and something different to the attack of Barcelona that they haven't had today, as they haven't really had any sort of value coming through the midfield, whether with possession or late runs in attacking play.
Griezmann picks out Busquets. Back to Griezmann. De Jong. Busquets. Mingueza. Cross deflected. Takes an awkward bounce. Unai Simon there to gather.
And because Barcelona doesn't have an out-and-out striker and a number 9 per se, there's a bunch of false nines just roaming around the field. Sometimes it's Messi, sometimes it's Griezmann, maybe Dembele takes that position. If you have those late runs coming out of the midfield, those are even more difficult to handle as a defender because you don't quite anticipate that run coming so late. And you're forcing either the tracking midfielder to stay with you defensively or a center back to pick you up. And in that miscommunication, in that real small space of time, a little fraction of a second where people are sort of trying to figure out where's that run coming from, that's the space that you need, and that may be where Barcelona is successful. But we just haven't seen that at all today.
De Jong. Turning wide for Griezmann. He's chopped down. And a set piece coming up for Barcelona.
And I really think that the turnaround that we have seen from Barcelona over the last 3 weeks, a lot of it has to do with how good Frankie de Jong has been. Possession of the ball, scoring goals, being an option in the attack, dangerous in the final third. He can make a difference for this team.
Alba. Dembele in the box. Couldn't get it through. Big challenge from Sergio Busquets.
It was a necessary challenge by Sergio Busquets because he knew with the momentum that De Marcos had, there was no chance he was going to catch him if he gets a touch on this ball. Busquets was either going to win this challenge or was going to take De Marcos down.
Martinez. Inigo. Long ball. Athletic Club going direct. Well handled from Araujo. Remarkable story. Ronald Araujo. Just 3.5 years ago playing in the Uruguayan 2nd division. Well, here he is starting for Barcelona. Already started some key World Cup qualifiers for Uruguay.
And a former striker. Converted striker to now center back.
Steve Nicol would tell us that's why nobody knows how to play defense these days, because everyone's a converted striker or winger.
You don't want to have that conversation with Steven Nicol.
Dembele. Alba and Dembele, 2-on-1. Alba in behind. Alba for Griezmann. Goal! Barcelona 2, Athletic Club 1.
The combination is well put together between Dembele and Jordi Alba. Griezmann's behind the line of the ball. He's in a onside position. Center back's late to close that space at the nearest post. And then it's just a clean, confident finish by Antoine Griezmann. Well constructed your touches and how clean those finishes were. You see the full potential of Antoine Griezmann for Barcelona. The problem with Griezmann, as it has been really for a lot of the Barcelona team, and we mentioned it early, and the key word is consistency. Because you saw those 2 goals against Granada and you think, yeah, this is something special. If this guy can do this week in and week out and do it in the manner that he scored these goals, you're saying, all right, he can be the second goal scorer alongside Lionel Messi. And then the game against Real Sociedad happened where he had a relatively quiet match and a very loud penalty kick miss. And so if you're a Barcelona fan, you're sitting there going, okay, yes, this is the moment that Griezmann, he's going to take this step forward. He's going to be the guy that we expect him to be, and then he goes and misses a penalty the way that he did. But now he comes back and scores 2 goals. What you want from him is not 1 step back, 2 steps, or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. What you want from him is keep it going forward. Keep that momentum. Build on that momentum. And if you do that, I think Barcelona benefits from it.
Athletic Club preparing a pair of substitutions on the near sideline. As Marcelino now forced to throw caution to the wind. Just about 12 minutes left, plus added time here in the second half from Seville. 37th edition of the Spanish Super Cup.
I think what's also encouraging for Barcelona fans is that in that goal by Antoine Griezmann just now, there was no Lionel Messi involvement. He was off the play on the other side, and yet there was enough creativity, enough dynamic movement, 1 and 2 touches, movement with the ball, movement without the ball, delivering to the middle, finished by Griezmann.
Garcia turns the volley. He had a clean look at it, but the man who scored twice in the semifinals could not add to his total.
And he's been a problem today for Barcelona defensively because he has played off the shoulder of Sergio Busquets. He's allowed to turn because he has that time and space. Araujo is late to cover that ground, unable to make the challenge. It is clean contact of the ball, but it's always rising. Wasted chance for Athletic Club Bilbao.
So Ander Capa gives way for Alex Berenguer. Mikel Vesga also on for Athletic Club as they make some changes to push for an equalizer here late. Munain and Mingueza tangled there. '82nd minute, Barcelona, no rush to put this back in play. Busquets will finally do so. Williams applying the pressure. Athletic Club so industrious throughout this game. They worked so hard. How much is left in the tank? Would be enough to find a second. Munain, beautiful turn. Still dancing on the ball. Now trouble in the middle of the park for Athletic Club. They turn it over. A foul against Munain.
Obviously, because of the score, it's a difficult position to be in if you're Athletic Club Bilbao. But more so than the score is the fact that they're not built for this. They're a counter-attacking team. They're a team that sort of waits for you in key areas, force that turnover, and then you go. Now you're forced to get after Barcelona with possession, committing numbers forward, and in doing that, all those lines that were so compact, all those lines that were so together, naturally get a little separated because you have to take a chance going forward. That will allow more time and space for Barcelona, and if their possession is good enough and their passing forward is good enough, they may just find themselves with an opportunity to make this 3-1.
Inigo Martinez sends it deep into the Barcelona end. Nervous there from Busquets, but he handles it well. Araujo, desperate touch to put it out of play. Corner kick coming up for Athletic Club.
And Villalibre, who just came on the field, was there waiting for the delivery from Alex Berenguer. Also, second half substitution. Uncomfortable clearance by Araujo. Effective in the end, but yet another set piece opportunity.
Berenguer, service to the near post. Griezmann may have gotten a touch. Now Dembélé with plenty of space in front of him. It's a 2-on-1. Now it's a 1-on-3. Dembélé surging forward, leaves it for Griezmann, lays it off for Messi. Messi for De Jong. Frankie still no. Simon the big touch. Barcelona still on the ball. Athletic Club haven't cleared the danger yet. 84th minute, Barcelona with a 2-1 lead. Can they add an insurance goal? Griezmann, Messi, Dembélé, Jordi Alba, Messi, Nowhere to go but wide. Dembélé and Messi, a two-man game. Now Pedri gets involved. He squirms away from pressure. Barcelona content to keep possession. Pedri, Messi, Griezmann, Messi. Athletic Club can't get on it. They need the ball to complete this comeback. 2-1 right now. Barcelona in charge.
That was a well thought out and well executed counter-attack for Barcelona. Strong run from Dembélé, using his speed, getting away from defenders, attracting attention to himself. Once he did that, a little layoff, back heel to Antoine Griezmann, who finds Lionel Messi. Messi with the right idea, knows that Frenkie de Jong is coming down the right-hand side. The pass just gets away from him a little bit and puts Frenkie de Jong in an uncomfortable position where he can't quite get away from the defender. By the time he does, the angle was closed down, and Barcelona couldn't put the game away.
And so here we are, 5 minutes left. Just one goal separating the two sides. Spanish Super Cup on the line. Inigo Leque. Unain denied. Mikel Vesga, one of the second half subs. Yeray Alvarez. Pressured from behind. Now Inigo Martinez on it. Dani Garcia. Now Barcelona bunkering, hoping to hold on to this lead. 3.5 minutes plus whatever's added on. All that stands between Barcelona and a first trophy in almost 2 years. Inigo Martinez cross headed away. Falls to Dani Garcia. Iñaki Williams, the header, looping header over the crossbar.
Dembélé does so well here. We've talked about him not using his skill set. Well, there is the skill set. Running away from people. Now the vision, understanding where Griezmann is. And this is beautifully done from Griezmann. And it's a beautiful look by Lionel Messi, but the pass can't quite get to Frenkie de Jong. Messi knew exactly where de Jong was, but the pass wasn't where it needed to be with the pace that it needed to be. Frenkie de Jong gets there, but so does the defender, and in the end, the opportunity goes away.
A couple late substitutions then for Ronald Koeman in Barcelona. Miralem Pjanic, former Juventus man, will enter the match. So will Martin Braithwaite. Pedri abandoning the pitch, as is Ousmane Dembélé. A reminder, the Italian Super Cup this Wednesday, 2:50 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. We got your reigning Serie A champs Juve taking on the Coppa Italia winners in Napoli from the home of Sassuolo. That match also, of course, streaming live on the ESPN app.
Juventus that just lost against Inter. Big result in Serie A for Inter and their title aspirations. Could this be the year that Juventus doesn't win it? Maybe Inter are the team that run away with it. Or will Zlatan and AC Milan have something to say about it as well? It's a wide open race in Serie A, and Juventus with that sort of result today, they're in a tough position. Not the dominant team that we have seen in Italy for the last few years.
No, title race never hurt anybody. Love to see it in leagues like Italy and Germany, where maybe we often don't get it. Huge opportunity here, 89th minute. Iñaki Williams drawing the free kick. Athletic Club sending numbers forward. 6, now 7 targets in the box for the club from Basque Country. Munain to offer service. Munain into the area, goal! Athletic Club have equalized in the 90th minute, 2-2. Do you believe it?
I believe is Jordi Alba in the near space that has an opportunity to clear this, and for some odd reason ducks under the ball and allows this service to go through to Villalibre. And it is indeed Jordi Alba who's keeping everybody on side, and he's ducking under the ball. You tell me, Seb.
That is a duck.
It is his responsibility to clear this ball. He is at the near space. When Griezmann sees Jordi Alba sort of getting away from the ball, it is too late for him to react. Villalibre with a free run. No marking in the middle either. We said it. And once again, we see the evidence. Defending set pieces is a problem for Barcelona. Everybody that plays against Barcelona knows this very well. It's a good service in from Munain, but the defending, my goodness, from Jordi Alba, you cannot get away from the ball. You can't just duck away from the ball when you're the guy who's supposed to clear at that near space. Give credit to Athletic Bilbao. No doubt about that. But the 2 goals that they have scored, Jordi Alba and his defending has been embarrassing.
Braithwaite onto the field. Trying to make something happen in the few minutes that he's been given again. If we do finish tied, we'll go to extra time here in Seville. Have to have a winner. Spanish Super Cup, been played since 1982. Being disputed tonight for the 37th time. We're going to need a Marcelino cam for his goal reaction. And plenty to celebrate, too. It was his sub, Villalibre. '92nd minute. Here's another look at the goal.
He's offside. I mean, he's onside. No doubt about that. But that's not the point of discussion here. The point of discussion is what is Jordi Alba doing, ducking from the potential clearance. And mind you, now you're going to have to defend yet another set piece.
I mean, that's the real point of discussion here, isn't it, Ale? Barcelona cannot defend these, and now there's one with potentially an opportunity for Athletic Club to win it at the death. 93rd minute. Munain into the box. It's loose. Barcelona have it. Busquets to Messi. Do they have enough time for one more counter? Messi cuts it back onto his left, hacked down.
There's a check, perhaps, or a foul.
I mean, he's grabbing his shirt, isn't he?
Apparently not, Seth.
Up there and Simon. And there it is, the final whistle. 90 minutes done, but we still don't have a winner. 30 minutes of extra time await, penalties after that.